Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our week 3 of releasing the year. We are actually week 4. We're on week 4, aren't we? So this is so wonderful. I appreciate you joining me for this time. It's, again, I've mentioned before, it's a process I've been doing for at least 20 years, probably more like 30. And every year I go through and release what needs to be released so that I can move into the new year with grace and dignity as well. So we have covered so far the gratitude step. We have covered the good times step, and hopefully you're working with that in your journaling time, the worksheet. And I'm going to put some links in the chat because I have a few things I want to mention tonight as we're getting started here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, you can see those. So the worksheet is the first link that's listed there if you want to take a look at it and follow along, just as we're talking about it. Then we'll have our meditation time. Also, there's a course through Center for Enlightenment, and Jane Elizabeth Hart wrote the 7 Steps for Successful Life Transitions, and also this version of it, the 7 Steps for Moving into the New Year. And every Sunday morning, Center for Enlightenment has a course at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central. And this coming Sunday, a week from today, they're going to be starting the 7 steps process like we're doing in our meditation time. So if you want backup on your releasing the year, they're going to do it in 4 weeks instead of our 7. But I invite you to check out that link. You can sign up for the email to receive the links to that page, or just show up on that page on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central, and you will be able to click the button that lets you enter the class. So wanted to share that with you as well. And also the full 7 steps. Sorry, this is sounding like an infomercial, but this is my resources that I use personally as well as in my practice as a therapist. So I just want to pass these along because they're all free and I don't get any payoff of this except the joy of sharing this with you. So that's my disclaimer. But there's a link there too you can order a free copy, no strings attached. You'll be on the mailing list, but you can always get off of it if you want to. But you can receive a free Spiritual Power Tools book, and this has the full explanation of the 7 steps process in it, and lots of other wonderful tools as well by Jane Elizabeth Hart. So I wanted to share that with you tonight. So as I was flying home from my Thanksgiving vacation with my parents and my son and brother and sister-in-law, I was going to watch a movie on the plane, and I just thought, this is a great time. I've got no distractions. I'm going to work on my 7 steps for releasing the year. So I was going through these first 4 steps, the 3 that we've covered, and our 4th step that we're talking about tonight is disappointments and difficulties. And I got to that step, and I was really paying extra attention because we were going to be talking about it tonight. And I was going through my list of disappointments and difficulties from 2021. And what I noticed was that I was so grateful to be on the other side of them. So not only did I have things to release and things I had to work through this year, but I also could see that, at least in some of them, not all of them, but some of them, I was on the other side and felt so good to have the insight and the wisdom of that experience, those difficult experiences. So I added them to my gratitude step also. So they were both. There were a couple of people in particular in my life this year that I had to let go of for various reasons. And it was really hard at the time. And sometimes I didn't think I was going to be able to let them go. They were people in my life that I just needed to let go. Not because they were necessarily leaving my life. One was leaving my life, another was going to be sticking around for a long time. And when I released each of them, I could see the wisdom and um, new understanding I received once I got to the other side. Not before I got to the other side, but once I got to the other side of letting them go and releasing them to their own self-discovery process, which is none of my business. But once I was able to do that, I could hold the whole situation differently. And when either of those people come into my mind or into my conversation, I speak about it differently. I feel about it differently. And just want to share that with you because there is another side to this process. It's not just the difficulties, it's the, oh my gosh, who am I once I'm on the other side? And it's important to keep going with it and really have that desire and intention in your heart as you're letting something difficult go to release it from its clutches on you. Or if you want to look at it differently, it's we're releasing our clutches on those difficult situations, people, places, things, situations, whatever we have from 2021 to release. So important. We don't want to grab that energy and hold on tight to it and carry it into the new year with us because we will then have that on our list of things to do in 2022. And we don't want anything unnecessary on our to-do list next year. We want to be open to the new experiences, the new challenges that will be there because we exist and there will be ups and downs. But we want to release what's here in this year and move into the new year open, receptive, and with that wisdom and love of our growth from 2021. So important to really acknowledge those disappointments and difficulties, even the ones we're still holding on to. There are plenty on my list that I'm still holding on to. Like, gosh, I didn't, some of my hopes and dreams, my unfulfilled hopes and missed opportunities from the third step last week that I'm still working with that are also disappointments and difficulties. Like, gosh, I didn't work through some things that I really wanted to work through, or I didn't stick with a program that I wanted to stick with and make time for, so that's a disappointment and difficulty that I'm also letting go of because I want to be open to what does my soul need in 2022? What do I really need that's going to support me in 2022? Because even though I didn't finish some things in 2021, I may not need to carry those over into the new year. We'll all need different things. We're different people. Every day we're a different person than we were before. So important to look at those. I invite you to write them out also. It's one thing about thinking about them and letting them roll around in our heads. It's another thing to really have an action step where you are writing it out and putting it on paper and getting it outside of yourself, outside of your head, outside of your mind-body system and putting it on paper to let your whole self have an experience of letting go. So very important to do the writing. If you want to type it, type it. If you want to thumb it into your cell phone, thumb it into your cell phone, but get it out of your head. Even talking about it is different. Talking about it is fine also. Doing it in your head is fine. Doing it through conversation is fine, but nothing beats getting it in black and white somehow, whether it's typing, texting, or my favorite is writing it out because it releases energy along with that writing process. So does typing, I guess, but I am old-fashioned, so I like writing it down. So the steps, I wanted to just go over the questions for this step. You can pull it up on the worksheet, but I'm going to read them out too, so we can incorporate them in our meditation tonight. So step 4 of this 7 steps for releasing the year is disappointments and difficulties. Seems pretty self-explanatory. And the questions on this process are, What do you feel most disappointed about regarding this year? What is the most difficult thing you had to do this year? What decisions, attitudes, and beliefs do you have about the year? And how are these decisions affecting your life? I love those questions, and you can see that they are pretty deep questions and take some time and energy and thought. What do you feel most disappointed about regarding 2021? What's the most difficult thing you had to do this year? What decisions, attitudes, and beliefs do you have about the year? What decisions, attitudes, and beliefs do you have about 2021? And how are these decisions affecting your life? You know, one of the things that you may notice each year is usually about this time, starting right after Thanksgiving, after we've been grateful for everything, all of a sudden it's like everybody wants to get good riddance, whatever the year is, 2021, good riddance 2020, good riddance 2019, let's bring on the new year. And then the new year always brings its own challenges. So, working with this process helps us really appreciate our growth during this year and welcome the new year with all of its ups and downs and being able to handle those ups and downs with clarity and peace, a greater peace anyway. Um, and we need that clarity and that peace because we'll have new emotions to work through. We'll have new situations to work through. We'll have new experiences to embrace and enjoy. And we want to do that with that clear mind and heart as much as possible. And this is a wonderful process to do that. So I invite you to sit back in your space, in your home. And we are bringing our energy together just by being here. Just by being here, we bring that energy together. We're connecting heart to heart, even if we don't even know each other, it doesn't matter. We're here and we're gathered. And I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths. Let your mind body system settle in. And relax. As you breathe in, just feel that you're breathing in purity and peace, whatever that means to you. Just clarity. Some people call it nothingness. And breathing out any thoughts of the day. Breathing in peace. Breathing out the busyness of the mind as much as possible. Letting it all go right now. I invite you to see your set of stairs, those 7 steps that you've created during this process. And if you're here for the first time, just picture a set of 7 steps that are solid and filled with light. A brighter light at the top of those steps shining down, lighting the way, encompassing you, warming you, surrounding you. And in your arms is a basket. That basket is labeled 2021. And in that basket are all your memories from 2021. The gratitude, the good times, the unfulfilled hopes and missed opportunities. And we're releasing these tonight as we go up these steps. Feel the love holding this year, the gratitude for all the experiences, ups and downs, lefts and rights. These have helped make you who you are right this moment. Feel the love and the gratitude. And in this love and gratitude is love and gratitude for yourself that walked through each and every one of those memories triumphantly, because here you are. And now we approach your set of stairs and feel that light also shining on your year, your basket. As we take the first step of gratitude, think about those moments of gratitude this year, the people, places, things, situations that 2021 brought to you, expected or unexpected. We take these moments of appreciation for these memories and experiences. And with that gratitude, we release these memories, these experiences, knowing that they are always part of us, but releasing our attachment to them so that we can be open to those new experiences in 2022 that will find us feeling even more gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, 2021. And now we take the next step, the second step of good times. And maybe some of our good times include our experiences that we're grateful for, and that's fine. We'll acknowledge them on two steps. But think about your good times from 2021, the special memories and experiences that stand out to you right now. The gifts of the year. And we release these good times, these good memories, good experiences. And not the memories themselves, those will always be with us, but again, we're releasing our attachments to them so that we have room for new good times in the new year. Then we take our third step, the step of unfulfilled hopes and missed opportunities. This is our step of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas from the year. This is the step we journaled this week. And we continue to add to all of these, but we're especially looking at this one in our meditation tonight. Perhaps you had goals at the beginning of 2021. Maybe some of them were accomplished and found themselves on your gratitude step. Maybe some of them weren't. But we acknowledge all of those goals, fulfilled or unfulfilled. All of those hopes and dreams. And maybe we expected certain things to happen, or maybe we expected certain things not to happen this year. And perhaps it went the opposite direction of what we wanted. And we acknowledge those moments as well. And allow yourself to have your feelings around these. Because it's the feelings, the emotions that burden us. Not that they're a burden when we experience them, they're necessary. They're necessary to look over them as we are working to release them. They're only burdens if we hold on to those emotions too long and carry them with us into new experiences or carry them with us into the new year. They can block us from our new experiences, our new opportunities, our new hopes and dreams. So think about some of your unfulfilled hopes and dreams from this year, your unmet expectations, one way or the other. Let yourself have your feelings. Notice any judgments you have against yourself for something not being fulfilled. And notice any judgments you have around others for what was not fulfilled. By acknowledging these feelings and judgments on this step, we're not staying stuck in them, we're releasing them so we're not carrying that heavy energy with us as we move forward and grow. And we release all of these, at least all of them that came up during this time. We can add to this list and release what needs to be released for the rest of the year. But right now, we release these unfulfilled hopes, missed opportunities, unmet expectations. And in this work, we can feel what's coming on that next step, that fourth step of disappointments and difficulties. That's where we continue to work with those emotions and acknowledge what we're holding about the year. So that we can be honest with ourselves and really authentically and thoroughly be clear for the new year. Such loving work for ourselves. So even as we can feel the heaviness of the emotion, it's the acknowledgement and the presence and compassion for ourselves through those emotions that heals and releases them. So with our basket of 2021 in our arms, feel your year and say thank you even for these unmet, unfulfilled hopes and dreams. Thank you even for these. Just feel that light from the top of those steps shining on you, through you, warming your heart, feeling the strength of that light move through every cell of your body, giving you strength to release what needs to be released from this year. And now let that basket go into that light, knowing that whatever we need to work with this week will be revealed as we do our work, as we do our part of sitting down with the questions and writing what comes to our minds and hearts. We are supported always. And now we descend those 3 steps Feeling that light as we go. That light comes with us, sustaining us and revealing what needs to be revealed so that we can help heal what needs to be healed within us. Take a deep breath as you feel yourself back in your room, feet on the floor, your body in your chair, but still feeling that light in every cell of your body, the warmth and the strength and the support. When we have that support so strongly because we gathered together tonight, each bringing the power of our presence, of our awareness, of our good hearts open to this important work. And take a couple more deep breaths to help yourself ground back into your body. And open your eyes if you want to when you're ready. You don't have to. And I really invite you this week to work with those questions, spend time with them, think about what they mean to you, and let yourself be completely open and honest with yourself. No one else needs to know what you write down. This is just for you because you're the only one who knows what's rolling around inside of your mind and heart, and you're the only one who can release it. So this is very important. This is the most important self-care you could ever possibly do. So thank you for your courage and thank you for your time tonight. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email is chicagobrainspotting@gmail.com, or you can go to my website that was in the chat. And I'm happy to support you in this process. So thank you again. Good night.